Sky Sports presenter Simon Thomas has shared a poignant photo of his son standing with his mother's coffin at her funeral. Gemma Thomas, 40, from Berkshire, was diagnosed with acute myeloid leukemia, an aggressive form of blood cancer, and died surrounded by friends and family 3 days later. Her funeral took place on Thursday at Greyfriars Church, near Reading, and Mr. Thomas took to Instagram to praise their son, Ethan, 8, for his bravery. He wrote, "I think this photo from Thursday of my boy with his biggest cheerleader, his cousin Thomas, behind him, says so much about what an immeasurable amount Mummy put into his life in those 8 short years." #brave Sky Sports presenter Simon Thomas has shared a poignant photo of his son, Wright, standing with his mother's coffin at her funeral. Mrs. Thomas died after she visited her GP 3 times claiming to have been feeling unwell, only to be told she was fine and needed rest. Sky Sports presenter Simon Thomas today posted a picture of his late wife on Twitter with the caption, "Today we said goodbye. I'll always love you doll XX." Mrs. Thomas was admitted to hospital for blood tests last month and diagnosed with the leukemia, a cancer of the white blood cells that starts in the bone marrow. Mr. Thomas has been paying tribute on social media since her death, and on the day of the funeral he posted a picture of his late wife on Twitter with the caption, "Today we said goodbye. I'll always love you doll XX." Previously, Mr. Thomas posted a poignant picture on Instagram of a Mummy mug with its handle broken, with the caption, "Mummy. Broken #light I'd eat a kiss." Last week, the 44-year-old broke his silence on Twitter to send a touching message to well-wishers. He wrote, 2 weeks on since she went. I have only been able to read a fraction of the incredible outpouring of love and support for us on here in the painful days that followed. One day, with my boy, we will read them. For now, all I can say from the depths of my heart, is thank you." 2 days ago, Mr. Thomas posted a poignant picture on Instagram of a Mummy mug with its handle broken, with the caption, "Mummy. Broken #light I'd eat a kiss." Sky Sports presenter Simon Thomas spoke out following the sudden death of his wife to cancer a fortnight ago. Gemma Thomas was diagnosed with acute myeloid leukemia, an aggressive form of blood cancer, and died surrounded by friends and family 3 days later. 2 weeks ago, an inconsolable Mr. Thomas told his followers of his grief via Twitter, writing, "Just 3 days after falling ill with acute myeloid leukemia, my dear wife Gemma passed away yesterday evening surrounded by her family and friends. If you are a prayer, pray for my boy Ethan. 8 years, precious and in bits. Thank you." In the following days, Mr. Thomas spoke only about his grief on Instagram, sharing photographs of happier times alongside their 8-year-old boy. Revealing that he and his son, Ethan, 8, had moved in with his parents in Norfolk, Simon shared a picture of the 3 of them walking together captioning, "Team Thomas. 3 has become 2.